Oh, I'm live. Man, that always gets me. Got a few things to talk about this time around this week. Didn't have too much last week. Uh, I think we got our question answered. Are we headed for the last stage or not? I believe we are after this week. Uh, Biden made sure of that. Let's go back and talk a little bit about history over the last few years. The Ninth District Court up in California a couple of years ago declared some of the Bible as hate speech because it was speaking against the LGB, LGBTQ, whatever community. Uh, didn't go too far, just kind of sat there. And then the evangelicals got behind Donald Trump and joined the MAGA movement. Now, whether you like the MAGA movement or not, that's entirely up to you. I voted for Trump because he was not a politician. And all of y'all know how I stand against politicians. I do not like Democrats. I do not like Republicans. I would much rather somebody that had a lick of sense run for office than what we got up there now. So we elect Trump, and we have 4 years in hell with Trump. We have a couple of shootings that may have been questionable, some that were questionable, a couple that may have been questionable. And that led to a lot of riots, a lot of killings, and very few are held accountable for it. Okay, I have no problem with that. Somebody, law's going to do what it's going to do. We can't sit here and be mad and judge it. Uh, the election happens. Was there cheating? Probably. Was there enough for it to switch over to Biden? No. There's always cheating in every election. Dead people always vote. However, how it was done, I can understand how people think there was something wrong. Uh, Harvesting votes like so many people did, you're not supposed to do, but it was done to get away with it. It's like in football. If you commit a foul and it's not called, you get away with it. Hey, play stands. Uh, so then you have some idiots on January the 6th under the name of MAGA. And I say idiots because only an idiot would do what they did. They went in there to stop the vote count. Do I agree with it? No. Am I going to condemn them? No. I, this is going to happen sooner or later, even if it wasn't for MAGA, it would have been something else. I still see a lot of problems under the under the skin of America. I can see it breaking down into a civil war or revolution again. We got prices out of control right now. We got money going out of our pockets. We're barely making it now. And I know all the arguments. Some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't agree with. but you're not going to get anywhere by charging us all these extra taxes to pay for the people that's illegally coming over. And I say illegals because they're breaking the law coming over like they are. There is a set way to come over here. Fill out the paperwork and wait on it. And you will eventually get over here. Or not. You just don't come walking across. Now we got people drowning in the Rio Grande River trying to get over here. So we have January 6th. They blame MAGA and they want to bring everybody to justice. Of course, they didn't want to bring people to justice back during when they were burning America down. That was okay. That was understandable. That was a race issue. And we just had to sit back and understand. I remember a newscaster coming on with a fire burning, and the reporter says, "There's nothing to see here." Me and Steve made fun of that for a week. Then you had the January 6th committee, and you had all of these shows coming on that trying to reignite the flames of January the 6th. Nothing new, nothing that changes anything. Except it did lose Liz Cheney her seat. So something good did come out of it. Oops, did I say that? Didn't mean to. I'm happy when neither party loses seats. Uh, Especially if it's somebody that's been in there a long time that don't need to be up there anymore. That's what we got wrong with us. We've had so many up there. They think they belong up there and they deserve to be up there. That brings us to the speech this week. I do not know who is in charge of the lighting. The lighting was bad. The optics were even worse. You had Joe Biden up there talking against MAGA, how bad MAGA is, how MAGA is an enemy of the state, how MAGA is the root of all evil. Well, most of it. Uh, and in the background, you had the two Marines back there with their gloves shining ominously. They use a big word, ominous. I like that. It's good. Uh, I know I've used this before, but I'm using it a different way now. I feel like a line was drawn. You'll have about half of America on one side. You have half America on the other side in the MAGA deal. And since the evangelicals backed MAGA, you know which side of the line we're on. I don't think anything's going to happen right now, but I do think the foundation is being laid. We don't have to ask if we're getting toward the rapture and the tribulation. I think the foundation of it is being laid right now. Trump did two things. I'll go back to what Trump did. I covered this last week, and if I did, forgive me. My mind's a little bit rattled from time to time. Trump made Jerusalem the embassy for the to point out that we backed Israel as its capital. Now Jerusalem is going to play an important part at the end of time because the temple is going to be rebuilt, and I don't know how that's going to go. Oh, I know it's going to get rebuilt, and I know Antichrist is going to go in and defile it. He also started a peace treaty with several of the Arab nations known as the Abraham Accords. So now you got the basis of a peace treaty for the Antichrist to come in to create. Trump gave him the foundation for that. So the foundation is being laid at the ground level. Not only that, but now Russia has become a major power again, as has China. And most of our attention is being in Iran, which is right next door to Iraq, which is where Babylon was. So everything right now is lining up. Now, we were close to it, I don't know. I know the fig tree budded in 1948. And he said that generation will not pass. We're going on 80 years, 70 to 80 years from that. So if that's any indication, it will probably be in the next 10, 15 years. I do not make a guess because you cannot guess it. The angels don't know it. The people in heaven don't know it. Jesus don't know it. God's the only one that knows it. I will say you can't go by Matthew 24 either. Matthew 24 will deal during the end times. I thought that you could go by Matthew 24 to get to the rapture, but Matthew 24 I think happens after the rapture. Of course, I could be wrong about that, but if you look at it and compare it to the 21 judgments, it goes right along with the 21 judgments. The news isn't good right now. I'm hoping that the news gets better. They say the economy is on the upswing, so that's good. But you know, the government can tell me that day is night and night is day, and I wouldn't believe that. Because I'm not sure we can trust our government anymore. I'm not sure we can trust anything about it. Anyway, good news is God is still on his throne, and he loves us, and he's going to protect us and give us the strength to make it through these next few years. All right, y'all have a great night. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.